I really think this is gonna be a very long video, but anyways. Hello beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nanda Kurkal and hope you guys are doing absolutely well. So in today's video, I am sharing with you guys my reading wrap up of 2023. These are all the books that I've read this year and I'm going to share my reviews with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and you can definitely use this video as a reading guide if you're planning to read any of these books. A disclaimer, I am just a beginner. I've just started reading and it's my first year that I've read so many books and I'm really happy that I did it. So yeah, let's start reviewing. So my first book that I read this year was Ikigai. I love this book so much. This book has taught me so much in life, I feel. I have my own YouTube channel just because of your Ikigai because it really encouraged me to do things into my life and not think about what people will think, what others will think about me. It just made me take that first step and do things that I like and what I enjoy. So I think I will give a lot of appreciation to this book for making me do that and making me work on my dreams. This book teaches you a lot, not just how to live a long life but how to live a happy life. That's so important. This book really taught me that how every little things in life, they matter so much. Like they can literally change your personality, and we don't think that way while we're doing certain things in life. Like, just be happy with what you have, just be happy and love, do things that you love actually in life, and that will make you live a longer life. So yeah, a lot of people had this saying that a happy life leads to a long life. I think if you're looking for something related to self-help, you should go ahead and read this book. It's really nice. I really wanted to start with a book which I know I will finish. It was my first romance novel, so it definitely has a special place in my heart. That is It Ends With Us. I love this book. This book is so good. Let me just give you a gist about the story. It is about a girl named Lily and a boy named Ryle. They fall in love, and then we'll see what happens. I'm not going to give you any spoiler. In February, which means like 10 months ago, I read this book, and that time, what my review was, I'll just read it out for you guys. When did I even become such a fast reader? Oh my God, that was my first time, okay? And I completed this book in like 7 days. So I was really proud of myself. This book gives you insight of how you can't hold on to everything you love. Sometimes you just have to let go of things. Okay, now there's a line on the cover of the book. I read it out. It is, every person with a heartbeat should read this book. And it's so true. Every person who has a heartbeat should read this book because it is really a nice book. And she's right about it. Oh, did I mention I finished this book in 5 days? Or not even 7 days. I finished this book in like 5 days. I'm really happy for myself, proud of myself. And after It Ends With Us, I started with It Starts With Us. This book is the sequel of It Ends With Us. And to be honest, I did not really enjoy this book as much as I did enjoy reading It Ends With Us, because I think this was just an extension for the story. That was Lily's story, and this is Atlas's story. And he just talks about his life, how he grew up, everything. If you are really bored and you just want to go on reading something, then you can think about this book. But it's not a necessity to read this book if you have read It Ends With Us. It's not a necessity. The Silent Patient is my first thriller, and I really enjoyed this book. I really enjoyed the plot twist, the character, the way the story was going. I read this book on May 3rd. The story is about a woman whose name is Alicia Berenson, who had a lovely marriage life. She was really in love with her husband and they were really peacefully living their life. But one day, something happened between them, and Alicia shot her husband 6 times in the face and did not speak for 6 years straight. So this guy, whose name is Theo, really wanted to know the truth. So what he did was he went to this mental asylum where Alicia was kept, and he tried giving her therapy because of course she's in a mental hospital. People give therapy in mental hospital, and Theo was a psychotherapist. And then you finally get to know at the end like what happened that day and why did she kill her husband. And the plot twist is something which I think nobody expected. It will really blow your mind at the end. So after The Silent Patient, I read my second thriller because I was so much hooked with thriller. I just wanted to read another thriller. So I went ahead with Verity. Verity is really a nice book. I read this book on 22nd June. I am just blown away by the fact that how great writer Colin Hoover is. The more I read her books, the more I fall in love with her writing. I did. Her books are so easy to read. Like if you're a person like me, I am not a reader, but when I read her books, I really felt attached to the characters. I really felt attached to the storyline. They were not boring. They were not something which will take you a lot of time to read. They are just quick reads and they will keep you hooked to them till the very end. So I really enjoyed that thing about the whole Coho part, and I think that's why a lot of people like her books. This book is a page turner. I really think it is a page turner. I read this book in 2 days, so that was a very less time. Like my first book was 5 days, and then I reduced it to 2 days, and this book was the only book that I read in 2 days because I loved this book. It was so good. The genre is thriller, suspense, and the ending is definitely not predictable. Throughout the book, I had a flow of emotions: anger, hatred, happiness, all of them. So the story is about the struggling writer who's desperately searching for some work, and she gets this offer from a very famous writer, Verity. She isn't able to complete her work because of her car wreck, and she asks her husband to come and talk to Lowen and convince her to write the book for her. He goes to this girl, Lowen, and he was like, okay, my wife is not able to write the book. Can you please write the book for her? And she was like, okay. And he was paying her a hefty amount of money. So she was like, okay, okay, I'm in. I'll do it. So in order to write the book, she had to go to Verity's house, to go to a manuscript, and to go to all her research paper so that she can write a book for her. When she goes to the house to write the book for her, she, of course, is searching for a lot of manuscripts, a lot of research materials which Verity had. So while searching for that, she comes across this one manuscript. In that manuscript, there is a very dark side of Verity's life which is written in there, and it's really scary. It's really dark. Lowen, after she reads this manuscript, what she did exactly, that you'll come to know when you read this book. If you like thriller, you can definitely go and read this book. It's really nice. I think if you're a thriller lover, go ahead and read this book. The next book that I read was The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This book was nice. I enjoyed reading this book. It is a story about a Hollywood icon, Evelyn Hugo, and she was very famous in the 1980s. So she calls this one writer, Monique Grant, to write her stories in the process to know her life, like how her life went from like being a small town girl to being such a big icon of Hollywood. She had like really achieved everything in her life. Casual read if you want to go ahead and read how a girl ended up marrying 7 men in her lifetime. So if you want to read that, just go ahead and read it. The next book which I'm going to talk about is Ugly Love. I read this book recently on November 26th. I loved the book. It was so cheesy. It was so nice. I loved it. I also gave it to my best friend, and she is not a very big reader, but she really enjoyed reading it. So I think it is a nice book. It is really a controversial book. A lot of people are like, I just felt like throwing this book across the room. I really did not feel that way, and I really enjoyed reading this book. This book was really fun, nice. There's this girl named Tate Collins and this boy named Miles Archer. So Miles has this really dark past, and he's not really planning to fall in love with anyone, but he is attracted to Tate. If you're a romance fan, I think you should read it. And the last book of 2023, A Thousand Boy Kisses. So this book is a story about this boy named Rune and this girl named Poppy. They both are madly and deeply in love at the age of 8, and they are together till the age of 15. He had to go to Norway again because of some reason, and he was like, don't worry, I'll come back to you and everything. And he leaves to Norway, but when he's in Norway, after like 4 or 5 months, Poppy stops having any contact with Rune, and Rune is devastated. How can she just remove him from her life? And he just feels really sad and really angry, and he finally comes to Poppy and he asks for an explanation. And when he finally comes to know the truth, it really breaks his heart. I really enjoyed reading this book. It's really heartwarming. I cried like anything at the end. I did not expect the end. And if you really like to read sad romance novels, I think you should go ahead and read this one then. So I in total read 8 or 9 books this year, and I really enjoyed. I think next year I'll try to set a higher target. Thank you so much guys for watching my video. If you loved watching my video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. And see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye bye.